The day began early in the morning for Roman legionaries, even before dawn, charged with the duty of packing their rooms and cooking a light meal under the supervision of a military tribune. The nourishment supplied to the soldiers was extremely valuable, and the tribunes played the role of making sure that the rations were adequate and of high quality. Following breakfast, the morning parade would take place, a pivotal event for the day, where many major announcements would be read and orders from the praetor would be given. The watchword was provided, and the soldiers were briefed on their duties for the day. Once the main parade was over, legionaries would take part in a second, smaller parade, where they would have disciplinary meetings, perform their daily duties with the centurion, or be assigned to be a sentinel. Passing time on guard duty was common, and there were guards everywhere, from gates to granaries and infirmaries. Some would escort the camp leaders on their patrols. Additional legionaries could be appointed for camp maintenance, such as sweeping latrines, cleaning barns, stables, or helping in the pantries. These assignments were up to the centurion in charge, but the legionaries could try to bribe the centurion to be handed lighter tasks if they wanted. The most important thing was that the legionary was always ready for his daily tasks. Once the morning parade was over, the legionaries were assigned different tasks for the remainder of the morning. Some would be sent to do guard duty, while others would maintain the camp. Other units were assigned to training and exercise. Training was essential to improve the legionaries' battle skills, even after they had learned the basic techniques. They practiced marching, sparring in formation, laying groundwork, and even swimming. At some bases, legionaries practiced in full armor, using their sword against wooden poles. Also, they did general drills, like dressing quickly in case of a sudden warning. These soldiers would even perform maneuvers in peacetime and build makeshift fortifications to be ready for any contingency. The objective was to ensure that the legionaries were always fit and ready for whatever came, even in quiet times. During the period when most of the legionaries were fulfilling their duties, some were charged with helping cook the evening meal, the most important of the day for them. In some regions, one of the day's most exhilarating and demanding exercises was to join a hunting party that hauled fresh meat, such as venison or wild boar, to the table of fellow soldiers in the mess hall. Overall, the legionaries stationed at the base were some of the empire's best-fed citizens. Providing items such as wine and fish gravy was the commander's responsibility, depending on the nationality of the bulk of the soldiers. Meat, cheese, and bread were staple and essential items of the legionnaires' diet. During the evening, those not assigned for the night watch usually spent their time arranging their bags for the regular inspections that the officers often carried out. They would also take the opportunity to write letters or collect parcels from home. With the approval of the authorities, legionaries could spend leisure time outside the camp. Legionaries on leave would often spend their time relaxing in the bathhouse, where they could relax, rub their tired muscles, gamble, and chat with friends, and enjoy cheaper drinks at pubs outside the camp. These taverns, found in the villages, always popped up near the army bases to serve the soldiers' needs for entertainment and recreation. While soldiers were well paid, they did need to de-stress after a long day of work. The local entertainment industry went to great lengths to cater to their demands, providing an unsanitary environment in which to spend their money. Entertainment outside the camp included encounters with village women, from paid hourly rates to mistresses and married women. While the activities available in the village were attractive, the authorities attempted to offer some competition to keep the soldiers entertained and in check. The emperor and governors would spend a great deal of money and effort to provide entertainment for the troops. Theatrical displays, mime, and gladiatorial performances were some of the things that could be organized to entertain the legion in the camp. Nevertheless, gladiators were often underwhelmed when performing in front of such a challenging audience. The legion could also arrange its own entertainment, such as fights between units and military fixtures. This was all part of the efforts to keep the soldier busy and occupied during their spare time, while ensuring that they were in top physical and mental shape to accomplish their missions. While a Roman soldier had some free time, most wanted the experience of being a temporary civilian again. This called for more than a few hours outside the camp at night, so the prospect of a week or two of annual leave was laid before the soldiers to motivate them while they were in camp. Yet the authorities would decide when and how the soldier would be given this break, keeping in mind the need to balance the soldiers' time off with the Legion's overall manpower and the chance that some soldiers might not return. About 3 times a month, the entire Legion would get together for an excursion called the Ambulatura. The Legion would march about 10 miles from camp, escorted by the cavalry, and engage in various military exercises, such as escorting, skirmishes, and drill-simulated charges. Later, the Legion would fight a battle with an imaginary enemy, together with the officers prodding the men to return even faster than they came. That was a basic routine for a Roman legionary. Comment below on what you think of this routine, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe to our channel.